So I just finished watching Monday Night Raw, and it is time for our weekly review, folks. So buckle up. We're going to do this a little bit different this week. Here we go.
It's my life and the box in front of me. Taking chalk in my arms is the soul of it. Your hands on the floor and your eye.
We'll start out with what I found to be good, redeeming, quality segments in this show. And the first one, Dom and Liv making their entrance in the lowrider and dope-ass car. I love the throwback homage to kind of, Eddie Guerrero, which goes along with Dom's gimmick, what he's doing. I don't know. It resonates. The guy's got heat as a heel, and I like it. And what's funny is they're walking in, and here comes Peter Griffin and the giant chicken. They just fucking smash into everything. This segment right there, that part of the first one, that gets an up. Another reason I'm giving this a bonus is this little piece at the end. Now watch Dom. He's standing here with Liv right by the edge of this table like, I'm going to do something. And he flips this fucking box off the table and walks away. Segment 2 was good-ish. Dom and Liv made their way to the ring after that opening fracas backstage. Liv cuts her promo, and someone has a sign that says McDonough listens to Nickelback, and I bet that's accurate. Liv proceeds to cut a recycled promo, though. Rhea comes down, loud mommy chant. She's still over with the fans. They love Rhea Ripley. Rhea again verbally dresses down Dom, not Tom. Liv insinuates Rhea was involved with Damian Priest, and then Liv claims to be smarter than Rhea. I'll just leave that one alone. Rhea tells Dom he'll be behind bars during their match at Bad Blood for the Women's World Championship, hanging in a shark cage. Then Rhea headbutts Liv in what looked absolutely terrible and leaves. So Bad Blood, Dom will be hanging above the ring in a shark cage per Raw GM Adam Pearce due to his constant interference in the women's matches. So that's what we got. Good segment. This will be a good match. Liv probably goes over and retains to keep this going a little bit longer, which this feud, honestly, I wouldn't complain if they wrap this up now. Right now, to kick off the show, we are 2 segments to the good for Monday Night Raw. Let's see how this continues. All right, folks, let's go to our first bad segment of the night. I'm going to tell you right up, this one was bad. It was a dumpster fire, folks. This one I can title Things That Make You Go. Ludwig Kaiser versus Sami Zayn, 2 absolute fucking jobbers. Kaiser gets spun around, eats a fucking T-bone. Zayn, later on in the match, after a bunch of bullshit, lines up the gay Helova kick, kicks the jobber in the face, gets the pin, and the homeless retard gets a win. But, folks, Gunther comes down to the ring, running his mouth, stands there. Long story short, he still tells Sami Zayn he can't have a title shot, even though we know he's going to get a title shot. Oh my God, can we just end this fucking Sami Zayn push for no reason? Gunther's title reign has went nowhere. They've done really nothing with it. It's been boring. Gunther, I was a fan of. I still am a fan of him from an old school standpoint, but he's not doing anything. His storyline isn't compelling, and this was bad. The entire thing was bad. Bad, dumpster fire, shite. Segment 4, I don't give 2 shits and a fuck about the New Day. They're backstage bickering about their loss last week, and we cut to Kofi wanting to use the old gimmicks. Woods says no. Kofi says, you're in charge. You're the quarterback. And then American Mage shows up, and all I see is Ivy now because she's the only thing worth looking at. But what really bothers me about this, because we're going to have a match later, New Day versus the Creed brothers. Do you remember when the Wyatt Six beat American Made in a street fight? What stakes did the Wyatt Six versus American Made have? Remember when they murdered Gable on Raw?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
There's no stakes in this feud. There was no stakes at all. The American Made lost the fucking feud, which had the blow off on free TV. Didn't draw a dime. Ratings are down. You built the Wyatts up, and now it's fucking dead in the water. Let Triple H cook. Oh, he's cooking up some shit, ya marks.
Smell shame.
You built the Wyatts up for this huge debut, and the angle is fucking dead in the water. American Made lost the feud, and they came out better than the Wyatts. Please, somebody make this make fucking sense to me, because this is shit. We're through 4 segments here, and we've got 2 points to the good, 2 to the bad. Let's move on, see how the show shakes out for the rest of the runtime. Next up, we're set for a match between The Miz and Big Bronson Reed, who beat Miz twice in the month of August, but Strowman comes flying over the barricade, attacks Reed. Miz gets in Strowman's face briefly. Strowman and Reed destroy all the jobber security. The brawl ensued actually looked like a professional wrestling brawl. The workers are monsters. They dwarf the security and actually look like they destroy normal-sized men. This Hoss fight deserves to be a pay-per-view match. I can't say enough good things about this. It's nice to see 2 guys that actually look like professional wrestlers in the ring beating the holy hell out of each other and everybody else that gets in their way. This segment, my friends, gets a point to the good. Again, just to reiterate, this one gets a good. So we're 3-2, good to bad right now. After the 5th segment, Hoss fight, 2 actual guys that look like wrestlers. I see this as an absolute win for Raw. Here we go, segment 6, the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Damage Control. Let me be clear, these are 4 absolutely gorgeous women. But Damage Control ran into Jade and Bianca, who gave them
Black Girl Magic!
Yada, yada, yada. Bianca Belair, please shut the fuck up and go away. The match, let me break it down for you. Io Sky can do flippy shit. The other girls just have to stand and wait, stand and wait, stand and wait. It looks fucking dumb. Looks just as dumb as when the guys do it. Io Sky scores the pinfall with a moonsaw, which is a moonsaw. It's not anything special. They call it over the moonsaw and try to hype it. Just a fucking moonsaw. When she landed on Isla Dawn, it looked rough. As you can see, her immediate reaction to the landing, and after the pin, it looked like she got the wind knocked out of her, is what it looked like. I hope it was kayfabe and she's okay. I like Dawn and Fire. I know they're not the best tag team as far as being well received. Great heel work, though. Just something. I mean, they have a look and a presence. It's just, I don't know, something missing. Segment 6 verdict. This segment was bad. This was a bathroom break segment, which does not do these women any justice. So we got a point total of 3 good, 3 bad, through 6. Let's go on to 7. Because they're all bad, because I don't want to go through these individually, and I'm not going to make you suffer through them the way I had to. Drew McIntyre promo, bad. Backstage, Jackie Redmond, Adam Pearce, interrupted by trans man Pete Dunne attacking Sheamus. Don't give a fuck. Creed Brothers, Brutus and Julius with Gable and Ivy Nile versus the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Bad, don't give a fuck. Meaningless match. Oh, and I almost forgot. Carlito versus Dragon Lee. Who gives a fuck? It's bad! Jesus Christ, let me sum this up for you right here.
Pack up! Get up! That ain't gonna work for me, brother!
That brings us through 10 segments. We've got 3 good, 7 bad, and all I gotta say is be grateful you didn't have to watch that utter dog shit. Speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, it is, well, I'll let him take it away. Segment 11, main event, Intercontinental title match, mid-card Jey Uso versus the second generation superstar, Braun Breaker, the current Intercontinental Champion. And let me just say, Breaker's going to win either a world title or Thodey's belt eventually. But putting a jobber over on him is almost criminal booking. They've continually put physically inferior people in positions that make Braun look bad. Sami Zayn and Uso, Ilya Dragunov. I hope I'm wrong, but this is hilariously comical. Jay is selling merch and getting reactions, so they threw him a bone. I hate it, but it'll make money, and this is my list, so I can rank this however I want. Fuck this shit, it was bad. I don't fucking like Jey Uso. I don't give a fuck if he's been here for 14 years. So you got to put a title on this guy, and I understand, like I said, they're going to bump Braun up the card, but I just hope they haven't damaged his gimmick. This is why I like guys like Austin. They protected their gimmick. These younger guys, they're not able to do that, and then we end up with, mid-card talent holding belts, and I know the argument can be made. The Intercontinental title is a mid-card title. Still, the guy can elevate the title, or the title can elevate the guy. It's supposed to be the other way around. Braun elevated that title a little bit, and Jey Uso, it'll just fall back into obscurity after he loses it in, 2 months. Mercifully, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this week's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw. We have a grand total of 3 good, 8 bad. Verdict.
It stinks.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
I don't know what else to say, folks. This show was not good. I've seen reviews that said it was good. If this is something that you like, then I'm not going to knock you for that personally. Absolutely your prerogative if you find this entertaining. Me, like I said, there's been random little nuggets of goodness sprinkled throughout these shows that have helped make them more palatable. But the last, God, I'd have to go back and look, but the last 3 to 4 weeks have just been painful. And it makes me happy that I'm not reviewing SmackDown. But, folks, what I am doing, as far as reviews that I enjoy, are some great horror movies coming up for the month of October. Halloween 5. I know it's a bad movie, but it was a fun review to produce. That is available on Patreon. That's patreon.com/wrestlingwithhorror420. You can join as a brain buster. A couple bucks a month. That's it right there, folks. Also, channel memberships, $2.99, $4.99 to become a Kazuian or a Harvey Wakuian producer. If not, just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. You can check us out tonight, 8:35 Eastern. Trina and I for Tuesday Night Terrorvision. We will be ranking the 20 horror movies we have reviewed on the first 20 episodes of Tuesday Night Terrorvision. Tomorrow night, Martial Law starring Cynthia Rothrock from 1991. We'll be here 8:05 Eastern. Videos coming the rest of the week. Folks, I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it is always better to burn out
Then to fade away.